The next section we have in the Module 4 is on pushing the sale forward. So let's step back for a second. You've invested time and resources in developing a rapport. You've listened carefully to identify the need. You have clearly presented your value proposition, and you might have even overcome some objections in that process. But now it's time. It's time to move the sale forward. And what does that mean? It might be getting a contract signed, it might be getting a purchase order, or it might be just agreeing to have the next meeting where you can go and clarify or present even more information about your product or your service. A very key concept that you need to recognize is that the closing, and I repeat this, the closing starts in the beginning of the sales process. Now, there's many techniques out there. You can read about, there's all types of closing approaches that you can use. And it's not as critical that I identify with you which one to use. It's more critical that you master that closing approach and you learn to know when to use it and how to use it. When you master that, you will find that you will have a drastically higher rate of conversion. Now let's say you're already going through and you make the trial close and you go for it and you have additional objections. That's common sometimes. Remember the definition of objections, opportunity. So you go back and you clarify or you give additional information. And once you know you have that, then you go back into the process and you pick up where you left off. There's no need to panic. They're just putting out, again, they're giving you a signal, I need additional information or possible clarification. Another key thing is to always be in tune where you are in the process. We have a tendency sometimes as professional sellers that we rush the process. And I've seen this a lot coaching other people. And all of a sudden they go right into the service or they go right into their value proposition delivery and they haven't built rapport yet and they haven't identified needs. And then they wonder why they get so many objections. You have to slow down. It's a process. Follow the process. And remember, it is, and I've said it several times throughout this program, it is a buyer's market. You need to build the rapport and you need to establish those needs before you ever present your value proposition. But when you do, if you do it properly from the beginning, you might find that that buyer will close for you. And it is very common. And now you have the customer working for you. So the takeaway is listen actively and engage in the process, and you will find the sales results that you need.